Done a bit of soldering before, but bugger all. I got it from GearBest. It cost me £95 for, it said a kit, and I should have thought about this and thought, well, it's a kit, but you're not going to get everything. Are you buggery? So what I'm going to show you is what you get from GearBest, which is a QX210 frame. It does come with the tops and all the rest of it, but they're not here at the minute. It looks like it's got sort of a. It looks like a 3 mil base and about a 1.5 top base, and the bits that hold the camera on is about 1.5 mil thick carbon. Whether it's true carbon or not, or it's just fiberglass in the middle and carbon on the outside, don't know. I fly crap, so the chance of this getting broke is highly possible. Motors, it comes with the red bottoms, which is probably far too fast for me, but hey ho, I'm a tryer. Doesn't mean I fly very well, but I am a tryer. So what else does it come with? Speed controllers, OC days. Whether you get that in focus or not, I don't know, because I can't see the back of the camera. But they're 20 amp with a 5-second burst of 30, and they run off 3 and 4S. I'm going to be cutting them down because I'm going to try to save as much weight as I possibly can. Maytech power distribution board. That comes with, I haven't got my glasses, hang on, can't beat the big magnifying glass. That comes with 12 volt takeoff, 5 volt takeoff, your VTX, your cam, 12 volt 5 volt VCC, 12 volt VCC, and obviously your battery terminals, etc. But they all need soldering initially so that we've got something to sit it to, so it's easier to do. Less heat, less damage to the board. Also comes with a Cleanfly SP Racing F3 Deluxe, which is, it also comes with OSD. It's got the plug-in for Cleanflight, your connections, etc. And TX and RX, so that you can connect to that. But the only thing with that is, I've got to be honest, I don't like anything interfering with my screen, so I'd rather work off a timer and a battery buzzer. What else did you get? Let's just turn it off. And that was it, really. That's what you get in it, which is good, but a kit is not a kit without everything. So what don't you get? You don't get your power leads to your battery and a connection for your battery, which you've got to get separately. You also don't get your standoffs, which I got them from Hobby King. I've got to be honest, it was cheaper to buy a whole box of standoffs. I'll just have a show you inside. Hang on, I'll just put the light on. This is going to be in about 3 or 4 parts, this, because this might take me a while. So you've got your standoffs there, you've got your screw bottoms, tops, all your gaps, spacers, nuts, etc. It worked out cheaper because if I ended up getting like 4 pairs of various sizes, because I've never built one before, so I don't really know what sizes I want. That was only £6 for the lot, so it made sense. Don't forget, you need a receiver. So Hobby King, I've got an Hobby King Orange, which is PPM. Been told that that's actually a quicker response. Then also you need, for FPV, you need your camera and your transmitter. I have got a camera which is a Fat Shark, which is Cosmos, which I've got to be honest, I'm not going to use. I'm just going to get a run cam because they're better. Or a H whatever, 1 whatever it is. I've got that in my aeroplanes, which are a really good camera. I'll have a look what that is for you. Next things. Now then, if you're going to do this, you also need shrink wrap. So I bought some shrink wrap again. This was cheaper to go on the net and buy a load of shrink wrap. The noise in the background is my moggy knocking stuff everywhere. So shrink wrap for all the cables, etc. after soldering on. Moving on to solder. We don't get solder. So I've got some Draper, it's 60-40 tin and lead. with flux inside. That's okay, but looking at the power board, it's a bit fat really. It's about 1.2 mil, something like that, that one is. So good solder, but too big. So I've ordered some 0.5 solder. The little reel that I've put it on, because you don't get it on a reel, you get it wound up, which is crap, because obviously it's hard work to hold. He says drop in it. So on this side of it, that is also multi-core flux, 6040, tin lead. The reason why I got small, because I've got some small connections to do, so I don't want loads of solder on it. I'll weigh everything before I start, and also weigh everything at the end to see how much I've gained in, well, reduced in weight in the amount I take off. Soldering iron, you need a soldering iron. That was from Lidl's for the maximum sum of, I think it cost me 18 quid, and it's a station. I'll just let you have a look. It's got the little things to hold it and all the rest, but I won't be using them because I hate them. So what I've got is, unstick it, is a big blob of Blue Tack. Now the reason why I got this quad is UVA on the net, on YouTube, Aussie bloke. I know they're, what is it? Shrimp on the barbie. So I'm going to follow his lead, and because he's done a full build on this, so I will put the description below. Everybody does that. And then I will follow his lead with everything. I've also found, I'll also put down who else I've used as well for the control board, so that it shows that what I've used, it shows you how to use CleanFight, all the rest of it. So I have no clue on any of this. This is a complete novice building a quadcopter. If this flies or doesn't go into the smoke, it'll be pretty amazing, to be honest. But the other thing is, with building it myself, if it does fly and I can tweak it and mess about with it, it means that if I break it, I can replace parts on it, and I know what they are. So I can replace, either go up to bigger speed controllers, bigger motors. I can start to understand it better. I do cars and things like that, motorbikes. I understand them. These I don't understand. I'm not an electrician. I have no idea what I'm doing. So what else do you need? Well, you don't need these, but wire clippers. I bought them because at the end of the day, if I've got them, I've got them. They was like 6 quid. The only thing I did have in the shed, which was amazing, which I've cut down, is big shrink wrap. And what these are for, and I've cut them in that shape so that they can go over the top of the motors. It does shrink down, I have already tested it. And what that'll do, that'll cover all the way to there. I'm trying to protect all my wires, everything, because I'm going to end up in a tree. I normally do with my aeroplanes. So bushes, trees, etc. I don't want to pull the wiring out, because what's the point of spending all this time and effort and finding you've just pulled your wires out and you ballsed it up. So that was the only thing, is the shrink wrap. So I will weigh everything prior to cutting cables and what I have saved. So this is going to be about 3 or 4 parts. I'd like you to subscribe and like as many times as you like, please. So that's the first part, just a quick run through of everything that you have to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through everything with you. I'll do it in about 4 parts, and hopefully as I learn, you can learn as well. Cheers buds, subscribe and like, and that'll give me more incentive to put more on. Thank you, bye. And by the way, when you're doing this for the first time, don't think you're the first one which is like feeling like that and frit to death. So, oh God, right, let's get on with it. Right, we're going to have a go at this soldering lark. Sorry, I did do one because at the end of the day I thought if I make a complete arse about this, you're not going to see that. But that is my first solder on a board. Next job, these. What we're going to do is we've got 3 connections there. I want to get to them. Right, is this sharper? What a pain in the ruddocks. Yay! That's handy. Right. So, that's the first bit we've taken off. It's going to quickly show you that all you do with this is you get your hot soldering iron, put a pressure, make sure your blue tack's stuck to the bottom. You're only resting it on. And literally, you're just putting the tiniest bit of pull on it, and it just drops off.